just get up. It may not happen to you, but it can happen to some, that the pressure might change. It might drop or it might go up. And in either case, it's not good. You get my point? We are taking no chances, and therefore we do this before we sit up. Clear? Now, the pulling in of the abdomen, both above the navel and below the navel. Correct? Are you doing it? Yeah. Most of you? All of you? Sorry.
That to be done up to 5 minutes.
Relax. This is the navel. This abdomen is above the navel. This abdomen is below the navel. Correct? So we put one hand here. We put our thumb here so that we fill both the abdomens. In the beginning, we take help of our fingers and thumb. So when we pull in, we press like this. Correct? Later we won't use our hands, we'll just pull it in. But in the beginning, use your hands. Because when you use your hands, you will do it better. It will go more in. So when you pull in the abdomen above the navel and below the navel, what happens? The area above the navel and the area below the navel are two different areas doing two different functions. Am I clear? Am I clear? The abdomen above the navel and below the navel, they do two different functions. When you pull in your stomach above the navel, you are preventing the diaphragm from either remaining like this or going like this. When you pull in the abdomen above the navel, you are preventing the diaphragm either to totally go down or remain like this. It remains halfway. And when you pull the abdomen below the navel, you prevent perineum. You prevent the perineum from totally remaining like this or totally remaining like this. So, both the parts of the abdomen are connected to the above with the diaphragm, the below with the perineum area. So both are neither like this nor like this. With each breath they should be like this, no? One like this, one like this, then one is like this, the other is like this. But now both are halfway. They are neither here nor here. They are halfway, both of them. If you pull both the sections in comfortably, then very little breath on the top of your lungs. Because as much as the diaphragm is, it will do like this. I am holding my abdomen. So the diaphragm will do like this. It can't go like this or come up. You get my point? And the perineum also will do like this. It can't go down and can't come up. And I have told you that this is the position of tension. This is the position of tension. You understand? What is the position of tension? You understand? No. Do you? No. You don't understand. Have you tried to use springs? Normally men do. You hold the spring and you're under tension, hand will shake like this. Your diaphragm and your perineum is in tension. You get that point? You understand what I mean? Tension at the perineum, tension at the diaphragm, consciously kept, is a biological wonder. Because normally it does not happen. Now normally they are relaxed or tense. They are not held in tension, either the diaphragm or the perineum. Am I clear? Now, here also go slowly, start at half a minute, go slowly to 1 minute, 2 minutes. Of course, the ideal is 5 minutes. Am I clear? Any questions? Any more questions? Doctor?
Should move on to the prism.
We should move on to the prism. Will you kindly give me that report?
Meanwhile, forget, forgive, position.
That will take
That's
place.
all.
That's not part of the action.
So forget the corrective exercise.
Very well.
So we are on the prism. A three-sided triangle, equilateral triangle, is a prism in the shape of this glass. It can be this size, it can be this size, it can be smaller size. This size won't give you more benefits, the smaller will not give you less benefits, but this is the standard size. So we pass on this trick. We take the standard size. Before we start, we clean it because there should be no reflection from any side. Do you have a wider handkerchief? No? Okay. This is the position of the prism. The point towards me or towards you when you say it. The point is towards you when you see it. So as I am sitting, the point is facing me and the flat surface is away. Is that clear? And an unruffled iron piece of cloth, not like this crumpled piece of cloth, and you put the prism. Then you position yourself over the prism so that your pair of eyes, this center is at this center. Understand me? This center between my two eyes should be perpendicular and above this center of the prism. Is it clear? Is it clear? This taper is not very ideal compared to the position of my eyes. It should be 9 to 10 inches to 12 inches away. But you must position yourself, come forward so that this portion is vertically above this. When you come to this position, you are looking into the prism. You are looking into the prism. You are not looking at the prism. Am I clear? You understand the difference? I am looking into the prism. I am not looking at the prism. When I look at you, I know nothing about you. When I look into you, I know everything about you. And to do that, we begin here. Clear? So, I position myself and look into the prism. When I look into the prism, I have to do nothing. Please give me the book. If you have read upgrading of awareness exercise, have you? I doubt that. Have you? I doubt that. You open the book on page 140, read the first 4 lines. These 4 lines are given here so that you do exactly as it is stated here. I repeat for you. Where judgment ceases. Understand? You understand? Judgment ceases. That person did that, his means is nothing of that person. Where judgment ceases and the word is mute. And the word is mute. No internal dialogue. This is the first line. Where judgment ceases and the word is mute. The state of your mind is shown here. And the unconceived. Who is the unconceived? Who is the unconceived? You and I are conceived, but the one that is here inside is the unconceived. And the unconceived lies partless and alone. Understand? There is not even a thought of be alone. Clear? Nothing spiritual, nothing worldly. You are empty. There came not form. You don't see any form, either your own mind or any of your friends. Understand? There came not form or any mounting voice. You hear nothing, you say nothing. You don't think of good, you don't think of bad. There came not form or any mounting voice. There only were silence and absolute. Inside is silence and absolute. And you are looking into the prism. These two things are happening. Understand? At that time you ask me the question, if wrong thoughts come, what do I do? You are not concerned with wrong thoughts and right thoughts. Good thoughts and bad thoughts. Let thoughts be thoughts. Let your eyes look into the prism. Understand? Think of nothing, speak nothing, hear nothing. Okay? That's one thing. So, am I clear? I have to speak something more, but am I clear so far? Okay. I position myself and look into the prism. I don't expect to see anything. I don't expect the prism to vanish. I am not sad because it has not vanished. I keep on just looking into the prism. I don't do for more than 5 minutes. Keep some watch to inform you at the end of 5 minutes. Because if your optical nerve gets tired by looking into it longer, it will disappear and you will be happy that the prism has disappeared. So don't do this exercise for more than 5 minutes. Am I clear? What are you supposed to do? Look into the prism. Nothing spoken, nothing heard, not worried about good thoughts, bad thoughts. Understand? The most, I am not finished. The most difficult thing in the world is just to look in. It is easier to go in a spaceship to the moon, but it is more difficult to just look into the prism. Because when you look into the prism, definitely you will aspire to do something. You will expect something. Nothing. Let any type of thoughts come and go. If you see something into the prism, discard it. Don't give any weight that I have seen color today, I have seen a star today. Forget all that. Oh, I have seen the face of my friend and said, forget everything. All this is humbug. And understand, that's your imagination working. Your mind is not at peace. Clear? If you can successfully look into the prism for 1 second, your thoughts will be frozen for 1 second. And in that 1 second, you shall see your own past life. Not this very life, but your past lives. Understand? Understand? Do not therefore expect to see your past life also. Just because I have told you. You expect nothing. But the purpose of the prism is to freeze your thought movement. And if your thought movement is frozen for 1 second, you have achieved dharana. And if you can freeze it for 10 seconds, you have achieved dhyana. Dhyana is not the equivalent of meditation. The very fashionable idea of meditation that goes over half an hour, 1 hour like that is anybody's mental gymnastic. 10 seconds is dhyana. 10 seconds of the thoughts frozen. You understand? That means 1200 thoughts are not coming. Did some of you see that picture, the 10 Commandments? Have you seen some of you that picture, 10 Commandments? Yes. You see Moses parting the ocean, and then you see the water tense like your perineum and your diaphragm. For 10 seconds, and your mind is tense to think, and you are not allowing it for 10 seconds. That is a performance worthy of a god. Understand? Your first step to become God is 1 second. But the day you will do it for 1 second, your life will change. In that 1 second, where thought sees that 1 second is not a physical 1 second, it is not an astral 1 second, it is a mental 1 second. Turn into minutes, it is hours. So on mental level, if you can do it for 1 second, actually on the physical level you have done for hours. You understand me? This is the purpose of this little breeze. And most of you are anxious that it should disappear. It should not. You should disappear. As you are, you should disappear. And as you ought to be, should come on the scene. Doctor, now fire questions.
This can be done any time of the day or
A good thing is good at any time of the day. And wisdom is a very good thing. Only thing is, see that no colors or lights are reflected in the prism. Anything else?
So this means about the light we should
I mean, see, anywhere. Such a powerful light is here. A prism by nature does not reflect. If a prism is clear, there are no cuts or bruises here, it will not reflect any color or light. Unless the light or color comes very near it, it will not reflect. So whether you are sitting against the light or behind the light, just
during daylight also we can
during
do.
daylight, during night.
Now the same prism can be done by 2-3 members of
No.
the family.
Afterwards, done better, not
There
simultaneously.
is no problem. And there are 5 prism exercise. So
Wait. We are talking about the prism. We are taking the first step, my friend.
first prism. Then there are other
That's
exercises.
on the first step. Let me ask question.
Those who wear specs, they have to remove specs, or they can remove specs.
If you want to precious than me. You can look at it with your glasses. Good question. Go on.
You said do nothing, let thoughts come and go. But thoughts are coming and going. The
Yeah.
doing nothing is a response to the thoughts coming
You
in.
are doing nothing, you are responding nothing. That means you are not doing anything. Don't respond to, oh, why did such a thought come? No.
So we are not preventing the thoughts coming and going. It is an absence of response, not it's an absence of thinking.
Doctor, I would say you are doing nothing except looking into the prism.
Then thoughts will come and go.
They will come and go. Some people may have the habit of shaking their legs like this. Let them shake their legs if they want. Here you are looking into the prism. Whatever else happens, let it happen.
So your doing nothing is not stopping anything.
Not doing anything and not stopping anything. Not doing anything and not stopping anything.
Whether the activity is
Because
physiological
you
or
are not concerned with anything else but your own self. Your own self.
as it is.
Yes. So, more questions?
How many times have
Put on the crystal under the freezer while
We will, the question is, it is better to put on the music? No. Your mind will go elsewhere. You have to look into the prism. You have got a very big job to do. Looking into the prism is a very difficult job. Only you have to perform that and nothing else. Yes. Anyone?
how many times a day? Suppose anytime,
5 minutes once.
once, not twice. I mean, morning
It is too good to be done twice. Bolo. Any more questions? Yeah?
It's a 3-step in the synchronized 3-step in
That is what she said, and I said, no, don't worry about
Then not
it.
the music.
Not even the breath. Let your breath go the way it was. You are concerned with nothing. You don't do anything. You don't prevent anything. As was made clear by the doctor. You don't prevent anything. You don't do anything. Your only job is looking into the prism. And at that time, if your thoughts are, if your breaths are 36, 10, 5, 1, don't worry about your breaths even. Understand? You worry about nothing.
Are there any qualities of prism?
There's only one quality, it's clarity. There should be no mark on it. Correct?
Does the clarity also varies, sir?
If there are bubbles, there is no clarity.
Prisms are available at a price range, the same size, from say 10, 20 rupees to 1000.
Yes, the Indian prisms are available at 20 or 30 or 40 rupees.
25 prisms.
The good ones are available at 200 rupees also, 75 rupees also. The whole purpose is that it should be absolutely clear. There should be no bubbles inside, no edges should be broken. The shape is maintained and the transparency is maintained. That's all you have to do. And don't take smaller sizes or too large. This is a standard. Okay? We have talked about the first upgrading exercise. Now what do you say?
What are other upgrading exercise? Because we are not reached to that. So once we
Have you
know,
reached to this?
no, that is why I am saying that we are.
This will make you a god, the very first one. Become a god and come to me. See, I have given you all the exercises because I consider it my duty to tell you all I should tell you. But the mastery in the first stage is very important. Then the second stage will come, third, fourth, all will come if you are succeeding. This is the most vital exercise. And mind you, I have called it upgrading of awareness. That means you will become much more than what you are. I am using the word God in the right sense of the word. You will be a different person. Your awareness is upgraded. You will be sitting here and seeing somebody in America doing something simultaneously. Without even trying to know, you will see. exactly what that person is doing. Your upgrading of awareness. Your awareness can go a million miles in circumference. This is upgrading of awareness. You become a God. Understand? So you could do the first exercise. Nothing. What is left out, doctor?
You should go ahead and do it.
Huh?
You should go ahead and do it.
Exactly. That is all that is left. We have to go home and do it daily.
Three asana we can see, because that once we are telling that asana people are not doing correctly.
With methodologists, and talking to the group. And the group has not been talked about regarding the three asanas.
I think we have earlier given them asana, three asana, halasana, sarvangasana, and
talked about it. I have not made them do.
right.
I have not done. That I will take it up. At a later period, when in the meeting, we will take it. Go on. Anything else?
This one you said that for seeing the flame, black flame, either candle or this type of thing also can be used, or only candle. You said that sometime you try looking at it and then try to visualize the flame.
A flame is a flame. Whether it is of the candle, whether it is of the lamp, or whether it is of the fire itself. The flame is a flame. But not to spoil our eyes, we must take the smallest flame. The smallest flame is that of a birthday candle, not even this. That small little one. So that the flame is small. You get my idea?
Instead of prism, we can use candle flame. Suppose we don't have prism,
No, sorry. There is no substitute for prism in the whole universe.
candle
The prism is prism.
water.
The prism is prism and there is no substitute. Do I speak in Marathi? Good. Any more questions?
In poster, no, after rhythmic our phase exercise poster, how many breaths you have to take? 1 minute. Phase exercise, after phase exercise we do that poster, no? How many?
Yes, 36 cycles. Either you do it for 1 minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, maximum 5 minutes.
36.
It is fast. 36 cycles. Clear?
Candle exercise.
He wants to know that when I say a black flame, what other flame can come nearest to a black flame? Will a candle flame do, or will a lamp flame do? The flame is a flame. Correct? If you strike a matches, it has a flame. The center is dark, there is yellow and there is orange. Correct? That is a small flame. Is that so, Professor?
Yeah.
Now, when I say a black flame, it is totally different. But he wants to know what a flame in shape could be. That is what he is. Clear? Everything is over? No doubts? No questions?
Regarding this, you have said that you have to put the bottom 1 to 4 and the right nose. How much big should be? I will try to put inside.
Depending on the size of the nose. Some passes of this much big nose, there will be much more bottom. When you think of try to take the thinnest portion out, then make it into a gentle roll, fluffy. It looks big, but it is fluffy. If you press it, it is just thin, but make it fluffy like this. Then when you put into your nostril, Put it in your nostril and press it with any one finger. Don't twist, don't turn, one finger. Press it in, press it in, press it in. That's right. That's right.
Pardon me?
That is Shakti. It can't go about this. Nature has taken care. It will not go out. And it will not. So this is called blocking of the nose. And preparing is like this, that you take a very frail part of cotton and then roll it into a gentle, small glove. Put it in your right nostril. Just put it and then with one finger let it go. Push it, push it, push it, push it, push it, push it. If it is soft, it will go. However big it might look, if it is soft, it will go. That's right. Understand how to make a plug and how to put it in your nose between 1, 2, 4 in your right nostril. And if it gets wet, which it will get in the first 3-4 days, remove the wet one, put a dry one. And if I say between 1 and 4, some people say, I forgot, I started at 2 o'clock, so I went on till 5 o'clock. The meaning is 1, 2, 4. If you start at 3:45, at 4 o'clock, remove the nostrils, cotton. Understand? The timing is important, not the hours are important. How many hours?
Length of period.
Huh? So it is between 1 to 4. And if you start late, does not matter. At 4 o'clock, throw it away. After 3-4 days, it will not be wet, it will remain dry. Any more questions? What is the result of it? What is the result of love? What is the result of it? If you don't do your refining, if you don't do your 3SRV, if you don't do your prism, 1 to 4 will do nothing for you. It will improve your health. It will improve your health. It will, to a large extent, take away the heat of the body, excess heat of the body. To a large extent, it will cool your brain, your temper, your excitement. It will do you good. Even if you don't do any other exercise, it will do you good. Every day, if you do it between 1 and 4. To such an extent that after 6 months of doing it, very bad tempers can become very good tempers. That is the benefit we will receive by plugging. Huh? The right nostril between 1 to 4. But if you do the 3SRV, the refining, the reason, then enough. Good. Any more?
How much time we should keep it in
In your right nostril between 1 p.m. and 4 p.m. During this period, 3SRV is not available. How long is it? During this period, you do 3SRV, you stand on your head, you catch a bus, you go to the bathroom, you do what you like. You are not going to sit like this with folded hands for 3 hours.
Continuous 3 hours you do not
If you have any objection? If you have any objection?
Yes, I am asking clarification.
Any more? Huh? What's the question?
The question is whether PSRV is to be done with one nostril during this period.
Whether you plug your nostril or you don't plug your nostril, whether you do correct breathing or 3SRV, you are doing only one nostril only. Because nature's law shuts one nostril it's one nostril open, and then this shuts and the other open. The two are not simultaneously open for more than 2 or 5 minutes, then they change over. You understand me? So whether you do 3 SRB or long breathing, it's always one nostril. Whether you block your nostril or you don't block your nostril, it is always with one nostril. Understand me? But the point is, between 1 and 4, the right must not fall. This is the purpose. Is it clear? Am I clear now on this?
With the people with low blood pressure.
Is to correct low blood pressure, is to correct high blood pressure, is to correct sugar, is to correct heartbeats, is to correct your body. This is given. Okay? Follow. Any more questions?
Should do this continuously.
Till the last day of your life? If you don't eat every day till the last day of your life, you are excused. You may not do it. But if you eat daily, then you do this also till the last day of your life.
Stretching needs to be short. Stretching exercise needs to be short.
Hold on. Yeah?
Dreamless sleep.
Oh my God. What is dreamless sleep as different from sleep with dreams? Is there any difference? You see, the whole trouble is that your question is wrong. You dream daily. The day you don't remember your dream, you think you had a dreamless sleep. Understand me? Do you understand now? Every day you will dream. Some days you will remember when you get up in the morning. Some days you will not remember your dreams when you get up in the morning. That does not mean that day you had a dreamless sleep. Am I clear? No man can sleep and say, I had a dreamless sleep. You understand me? Am I clear? You are still in doubt about what I say. Your notion that some days you don't dream, it is not true. You dream daily. Some days you may not remember your dream. You get that? That's the only difference. So there is no difference between dreamless sleep and sleep with dreams. What is the problem? Tell me.
In the cultural, our Shastras,
Yeah.
there is Shukti,
Yes.
and there is Sopan. These are two indicators of sleep. So Shukti means sound sleep, deep sleep, sleep without dream.
I'll tell you. But then you must tell you, my friend. Be very clear, even on the Shastras. What is Sushupti? What is known as dreamless sleep means during the day your mind is so much at rest that whatever you dreamed is not even remembered. But when your day is ruffled, it's not a good day. When your emotions and your mental gymnastics have disturbed you, that night you will see dreams vividly and remember them. Sushupti is the result of your day being calm. And the night where you dream in your sleep is the result of the day that is boisterous. Understand? Sushupti by itself does not mean a kind of sleep in which there is no dream because you go so deep in your sleep. At best, if you are doing yoga exercises, you are very peaceful during the day, you might touch the bottom of your sleep, very deep sleep, for 4 to 5 seconds throughout the night. The rest of the night, again you are somewhere. But nobody can be at that level for the whole duration of sleep. It's not possible. You might touch the lowest point for 4-5 seconds.
According to the Shastras, Sushupti is that state where you are absolutely unaware of anything except bliss.
Then you are not sleeping.
Sushupti is defined.
But then you are not sleeping.
You are not sleeping
You
because
are in meditation.
when you come out of that
That is not
condition,
sleep, that is your meditation. When you talk of physical sleep, it has this range of sleep.
that is true.
Ajit,
Aren't we talking about the three states of consciousness, the waking, the sleeping and the dreaming, where the patterns, the brain patterns are different, typical of these three. And the dreaming state is the deep sleep state. And that is what
if
I
you
was...
give me permission,
Ajit.
I will speak a little more on your statement. Waking, sleep, dream. When you accept that you are dreaming, you are honest.
No,
When
I'm not
you
talking about
sleep,
recollection.
when you say you are sleeping, you are half dishonest because you are still dreaming. When you say you are in a waking state, you are totally dishonest because you are still dreaming and sleeping.
I'm only talking about the state of the person.
I am talking about the state of the person.
Question of remembering is not right.
No, what you say is waking state is a dream state. According to the Shastras, your waking state is a dream state. Your sleeping state is a dream state. And your dreaming state is a dream state. I don't know when you are awake.
Not awake at all.
And that is good for you, good for me. I don't say it is for you, not for me. So we define as three states, but according to the Shastras, according to you, our very wide awake state is a dream state. Our sleep state is a dream state, and our dreaming state is a dream state. And therefore, a human being is never awake. People walk in their sleep, don't they? People walk in their sleep. People go out of the houses in their sleep. So when we are awake, we are doing that.
You are doing the same thing.
People
With the eyes open.
people think that they are...
Sorry for all this. Bolo. Any more questions? Serious questions?
Yeah. Now, regarding this exercise, when now we are talking about the first time of the people that we do the exercise and we have to eat immediately and go, or we have to take bath. So is it allowed that after exercise can we eat or take bath immediately due to lack of time?
Have you all heard it? The condition under which this exercise is now to be done. If you are in a hurry, if you have very little time, if you mean by hurry, that if you have to leave by 6 in the morning and come home at 10 in the night, you should have enough time to do your exercise. I say that because I have done that. For years, I have been on my table at 6 a.m. and I have gone at 10:30. Still, I have found time to do my exercises, to eat, to sleep, to dream. So if you are working more than that, then you tell me.
No, in general, we are
In general,
we are
I'm
asking
talking, yeah.
because we are normally doing this and then
How
after
many
taking
hours you
bath.
are working? Let me know. How many hours you are working?
I am working at home.
8 hours, even if you are sleeping, what other things you are doing in 8 hours? There's plenty of time. Take a piece of paper and write down how I spend my 24 hours. You won't be able to fill your 24 hours.
So this question I was asking because many people are saying
Okay,
that
now
they are traveling and they sometimes
now
they
I come to the point.
phase or they may not
And now
have
I
taken
come
the-
to the point.
So,
If we are doing bending exercises, if you reach 3 minutes, then it will take 18 minutes.
yeah.
Correct? If you reach 3
27
minutes, 27 minutes if you do 3 to 1 on. Correct? That means half an hour you need. This is the most important thing which you can do and go, whether to eat, whether to go leave the home. Isn't it? If you are getting up at 6 in the morning, what time you are getting up? But
No, for me it's 6 o'clock. Yeah. 5:30.
then get up at 5. Whenever I told my master, but where is the time? He said, get up so many minutes earlier. So if you are trying to get up at 6 o'clock, get up at 5. Finish your exercise. Then do whatever you like. Take your bath, have your breakfast, go to your office, do anything.
After getting up, immediately we should do this.
If you are in a hurry, do this. Wash your face, come to the exercises, do the exercises, take your bath, take your breakfast, go.
No, again, that is what I am asking. After exercise, suppose we are not in a hurry. After exercise, can you take bath immediately?
Oh, yes.
That is the main question. Number one.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And even the food or tea also one can take. No
Tea you
problem.
can take, food you can take, but after taking food, don't do exercises for 2 hours.
That is the main thing.
Minimum.
This is the main thing.
But after doing the exercises, you can eat.
After doing the exercise, one can eat. Otherwise, no, many other yoga exercise people say give half an hour gains and all this thing.
One time, I was doing 350 tons, 300 knee dips with 80-pound barbell, and immediately I used to have a shower bath. Come and tell the bhaiya to give me 1 seer of milk. In those days there was no liter, so he would do like this and give me warm milk which I would drink, and half a kilo, in those days half a share of jelly. That was my program. Is there any harm in doing exercise, taking a bath and eating? Clear?
That is clear. And that is very clear. And the second question for those who are traveling, it is not for me, but they are always giving you or to us excuse that there is no time or no tape recorder when we are traveling.
I don't deny
Is there any short
that there
method?
are difficult days when we find it difficult to do the exercise. But try to find some time.
No, because you have taught us 365 minus 1 is 0.
I have not taught you. I have been taught by my master.
So we are
But
free.
try to be as strict with yourself as possible. Supposing you are sick and in bed, then you can't.
No, miss, what I am asking that a small dose we can take, homeopathy dose, that is 5, instead of 3 minutes, we can do 1 minute. And
Take half
instead
a
of
minute.
phase,
Yeah.
instead of phase of 20 minutes,
Yes, you
about
can do
half a
that. You can
minute.
reduce the whole body. And if you just can't do it, then you excuse. But try not to absent yourself.
And outside,
Reduce the dose. Reduce the dose.
yeah, that can be done. And outside, if there is no tape recorder available, then we can do just
See,
without
if you
that.
have done this with the tape recorder for some time, the music will be in your ear. So there will be no
So
excuse.
sometimes it may not be exact to the tune of the time. We
If we
can.
do refining, those
Then
days,
what
What-
else?
what-
instead of alternate days, if you do continuously, suppose 5 days you are out and you don't have music and tape recorder, if you do continuously refining for 5 days, it
And then
will
we will do phase. I will do for you.
No, all 5 days refining.
All 5 days refining and phase.
Phase then come back to your routine when you come home.
When you have less time, you will drop phase, you mean that.
Instead of dropping
But
phase,
when you are refining, you can reduce instead of 3 minutes, come to 2 minutes, come to 1 minute.
no,
I don't know.
it's alternate says instead of 6 days. 6 days you are out, you don't have tape recorder and tape. So alternate day you have to, 3 days you have to do phase, 3 days you have to do refining.
Your
Correct?
mathematics is wrong, my dear.
Like, so-
If you can do refining, you can as well do phase.
Music is not there, no?
What is the need for music? You have done
Without that.
for some time, the music is in your ears now.
Not there. But if you do continuously
All
6 days,
right,
you
do it. I'll do the phase first.
But after coming home, you again come back to your routine, no?
Any more question now?
Sometimes when we are traveling or we select a point at a distance and look at what is it to focus attention at one point?
What? I don't understand you. And please correct this lady if I have spoken that.
They told us some time back that whenever possible, try to look at a point far away.
It is reducing the eye power.
Be witness to what she says and say, yes, I have said that, or no, I have not said that.
Nahi,
No, sir. The wedding.
I'm a Christian.
Yes, sir, he has said something.
See, there is a witness. Now I am wrong. The whole purpose is, I have told you in respect that if you are sitting in a bus or if you are in a train, you keep your eyes fixed and focused and let the panorama go past. You will see windmills and trees and human beings and water and this and that. You are just looking. It is a sister exercise of reason. You are just looking. You are not finding anything interesting, you are not finding anything dreadful. If somebody is hitting into somebody, you don't care, you don't pass a remark, you just care. The train is going, the bus is going, your stare is fixed. You go on seeing whatever comes before your eyes. It is a sister exercise of religion, but not half as good as religion. Okay? Your witness has made all this right. Now, everything clear? Can I go? No.
Anybody more questions?
After 5,